The Unacademy Road Safety World Series for the Legends. Tonight, the Indian Legends taking on the Sri Lankan Legends in match number 3. Live from DY Patil Stadium in Navi Mumbai. Sri Lanka batting first after being sent in by Sachin Tendulkar. He won the toss for India. Decent opening stand of 46, but then they lost wickets regularly. 46, 50, 56, 72. 101, 113, 118 and 122. Nobody able to make a decent contribution to that scorecard. 138 for 8. The Indian Legends, the little master himself, Sachin Tendulkar, right of screen, and Virendra Sehwag. 319 on his back. Good start to the tournament. So the Wankhede Stadium, the opening contest against the West Indies. Say it again, terrific crowd has turned out tonight here in Navi Mumbai. Stadium that holds close to 50,000. Well over half full. Spectacle Virendra Sehwag. 41 his T20 career, that strike rate just under 150. 200s and over 4,000 runs. And has made it the other end, Sachin Tendulkar. 96 innings in his T20 career, just the 100. Strike rate of 121. 46 years young. We'll deal with Chaminda Vaas first up, and I have to deal with Brad Hogg.
Well, Sachin Tendulkar, he's only a puff, and how's your back going there, Dooley? I've been carrying you all day. You just have a little stretch. Just speaking to Chaminda Vaas before I came up, actually, sorry I'm a little bit late, I had a bit of a bowl out there as well, but he's taking this seriously. He was a little nervous. It's the big occasion. What a wonderful bowler he's been through his career and for Sri Lanka.
There's the Unacademy countdown. Begins. Let's crack it. Indian Legends get their innings underway.
Crack your back, mate. Get it back into place.
Oh, straight up. Have they got an early breakthrough? Who wants it? First slip under it. Oh, no. It was the opportunity that the Sri Lankan Legends needed.
Marvin at the Batu. Normally safe as houses, was safe as houses throughout his career. And that was a really difficult catch. It was high in the air, the lights are taking effect. I don't think he could have got confused up there because there's no stars that we can see because of the light pollution here. Had the hands right, everything was correct. Just didn't want the ball.
Ball went straight through. Not sure the hands touched it at all, went straight through, hit him on the thigh. Oh, these two had many a battle, Chaminda Vaas and Sachin Tendulkar. Such a wily campaigner, Vaas. What's that hit? Has that hit the bat? I think it has. Sachin's off. Sachin's walking. Umpire's given it reluctantly, but he waited till Sachin had turned his back. I don't think he wanted to give him out. So they have struck, and Vaas has struck. That's a big one early.
Vaas. Just the big wicket of Tendulkar. The crowd aren't happy. Tendulkar out for a duck. The big scull. The reason why Tendulkar was going for that shot is there's no fine leg and he's expecting the ball to move into him. Because it's slightly shorter, there was no movement in the air to come back into the right-hander. Good piece of bowling from Bass, knowing what Tendulkar wanted to do. He's out for a duck. India in trouble, 1 for 1.
All right, Mohammed Kaif, brilliant in the field, and now is a job required with the bat.
Well, Mohammed Kaif, brilliant career, brilliant fieldsman, very handy lower order bat, did a wonderful job for India, and I was a bit worried that he wouldn't be able to bat because there was a fielding incident earlier where he hyper-extended the elbow and I thought he'd done a bit of damage where he wouldn't be able to hold the bat. Very correct batsman with that high elbow when he drives on the front foot. This is a big wicket. Bass getting Tendulkar out for the 13th time in his career. 1-12 in the shorter format. He's happy with that. He was nervous before he started bowling today because the likes of Sehwag and Tendulkar looked as though they were in true form the other night against the West Indies. Sachin just gives him a smile, walks off. And that's what the series is all about, being fair and square. Tendulkar could have stayed there, the umpire wasn't going to give him out, but he walked. India are 2 for 1 because of that.
Big wicket of Sachin Tendulkar early. Sehwag and Mohammed Kaif. Pujara, left arm swing bowler. A couple of tricks up his sleeve as well, as far as slower balls are concerned.
That strike rate, Dooley, was sensational. Well under 20 in the 17s, and that's what you want from a bowler in T20 cricket that operates with the new ball.
He's in the side tonight because Mathai Muralidharan, a little groin strain after the first game. Not sure he would have enjoyed bowling too much on this anyway. Lovely. Through the offside for 4. First boundary for Mohammed Kaif.
Elegance. It's very good on the eye, Kaif. There's There's not too many better cover drive players than this man on screen. Well, just like that shot, the one before, a little over pitched, the power drive, and then just slightly shorter, still forward, still correct, and just gliding it down to the third man, and that's just wonderful batting. But this is earlier on. Atapatu, very safe as houses normally throughout his career, but he's had to get the glasses on in his older age, and they might have fogged up because he had to look up and just keeping that level eye. And Patrick Richards from Australia dropped one the other night, the rugby player that's over here playing for Australia. It's making you not feel so bad now, young man. We all dropped them, Patrick. We all dropped them.
Yeah, I dare say, as we take a look at the Reliance Digital drone cam shot of the day. Wonderful sights in and around this DY Patil Stadium. Customising technology for cricket fans, Reliance Digital. So Pat Richards would have dropped the football more times than he could ever remember in his rugby league career, but he will now be known for that one dropped cricket ball. His moment to shine. I still haven't seen him at breakfast the last 2 days. He's still hiding.
He is. He's finding it tough on a cricket tour. Doesn't realise how much time you spend in a hotel. He's worked that out. It's a little bit different to rugby league, where you stay in your home state throughout the whole year.
Of course, every team has got a road safety champion. Someone who's not previously been a cricketer, but is part of the squad, all of these teams. Ravi Gaikwad is the Unacademy Road Safety World Series champion for the India Legends. A massive part to do with bringing this tournament to life, and to India. Chance for Hurrah. Oh, dear me! I think that's gone all the way, has it, or not? Maybe just bounce inside. Oh, Sri Lanka needed that. They needed Rangana Hurrah to hold on to it.
Sehwag, he's like a cat at the moment. He's getting plenty of lives. He's in good position, the hands are up high. Probably just worried about where the rope was as well. It's put him off. And it's signalled for the end of the over, 12 for 1, India. Well, Simon, I got asked on Twitter today about what's it like as a bowler having a drop catch off your own bowling where another fieldsman's dropped it. And yes, you do get frustrated, but you can't do anything about it because no one means to drop the ball. And we've seen 2 catches from Sri Lanka, and both fieldsmen will be very annoyed. But you just got to get on with the job. Don't show your frustration because it puts more pressure on the fielder when the next opportunity comes.
Both players have been dropped now. Sehwag was put down, and Mohammed Kaif been put down as well. So Sri Lanka have had their opportunities early. Top edge, it sailed all the way. So fairly comfortable in the end for Rangana Hurrah, but it's just burst through the hands. So they've had every chance, Sri Lanka, to get on top early.
If Hurrah dropped that in a test match, it wouldn't be too bad because he's got plenty of time to get the rest of the scalps, more wickets. In a T20 game, you've only got 4 overs, so there's only a certain amount of wickets that you can get. That's if he's dropped deliberately, just to get the big wicket of KF a little later. That's just the nature of T20 cricket, isn't it? Opportunities are going to come your way, and you've got to be switched on and ready for it. And fielding is the most important component in T20 cricket. You can win or lose you those close games.
Carry. Will they pinch one now? No, they won't. Rolling his fingers across the odd one here, Jaminda Vas, using swing now and then, but that slower ball, the cutter that he picked up a wicket with against Australia the other night. This is a clinger. Just ran one across him, picked up the edge and comfortably taken behind. Oh, that's good. That's very close. Very close indeed. I think Mohammed Kaif is struggling here. I don't think he's put his bat in the crease. It's Sehwag, in fact, sorry. I think he's tried to plonk his bat over the line, and I think you'll find he's short.
Very short. And the bat, because he's plonked it into the ground and hasn't slid it, it's just held in the ground a little bit there too, causing a little bit of more mischief. And they're running between the wickets of Sehwag. And he's going to be disappointed. He'll be upset. Both himself and Tendulkar will be very upset because they would have wanted to bat a long time on this wicket. Great bit of fielding. Pick up and throw. Chandana was absolutely sensational, and it's so important to practice hitting the stumps out there, young players that are trying to make it in the IPL, because your fielding is very important. It will get you over the line if you're competing with someone else with the bat. Sehwag out for 3, 13 for 2 India.
Pujara, his second over. The one flying past that outside edge. Yuvraj Singh is the new batsman. So 2 of the big guns gone. Another one walks to the crease. Incredible career for that man. Still been playing a little bit of cricket of recent times. Go back to August last year. He was at the GT20 in Canada playing 2020 cricket. Oh, caressed through the offside from Mohammed Kaif.
Any win, Kaif absolutely capitalises on it. And if you look at Chavinder Vas bowling from the other end, he cramps him up for room, attacking the leg stump line, but then when he throws it outside off stump, he gets it to come into Kaif, also cramping for room. Sada, he's just going across, and that's just easy pickings for the likes of Kaif.
Oh, good fielding. Brilliant from the skipper. You've got to say, I know it's late in the piece, but pretty lazy running from Siraj. Didn't seem to be a lot of effort, just jogging, not much of a stretch to put the bat in at all. And brilliant fielding from Upal Chandana.
I thought he was a little quicker than what he was in the field there, Jordan.
It's too high, probably might have just clipped the inside edge as well.
Better line from the bowler. Now he came to free his arms. Also, when you're just coming back and playing in these type of events as a retired player, you just want to watch the hamstrings as well, because you can overdo it as well. Chandana looks as though he's still been doing a lot of fitness and still very agile in the field, so equal to the task.
Unacademy road safety tips. We're bringing you these throughout the Unacademy Road Safety World Series. Rash strokes and rash driving, always disastrous. Yeah, spot on. Caution. Err on the side of caution. You'll always be better off, whether you're batting or whether you're on the road. Raj saying we've got a deep backward square and a third man in place. A fine leg up inside the circle. Been a tidy over so far. 5 runs from it. Oh, starts with a short ball. Surprise, surprise. 4 overs gone. It's 19 for 2. Devas. We're over for him. Oh, beautifully bowled. Little cutter back into the left-handed Yuvraj Singh.
Watch. He's just doing the work. Not looking to take the ball away from the left-hander.
This one straight up. Another one. Kalu underneath this. Takes the catch. And all of a sudden, Indian legends in all sorts of trouble in Sri Lanka. They've dropped some catches, but they've picked up 3 crucial wickets.
Australia won't be feeling so bad now. Sri Lanka have got another team on the back foot, India. We're in a lot of trouble. Sehwag, Tendulkar, and now Yuvraj Singh. He wanted to go over mid-wicket. A little early on in the piece. Another Indian disappointed. 1 off 3. 19 for 3.
3 down for 19. Indian legends, and bring on the batting coach, former Indian batting coach, Sanjay Banga. Good time to have him at the crease. This Indian legends side needs some runs. Need to stem the flow of wickets though. Chaminda Vas has been brilliant. 2.2 overs, 2 for 3, and this one just a little bit adventurous early on, Brad Hogg.
The eyes were wide open. He had the eyes on the ball, but just didn't connect it. Just got a little too big for Yuvraj Singh. Keller with the runner. He was very good behind the stumps there, but we've got a short leg in place in the veterans game.
A little bit of confusion. Oh, it's hit Sanjay Banga on the way to the stumps. Not sure whether it was going to collide with the stumps or not, but he didn't change his line. Everything okay there.
They're really taking it serious with that short leg in play. Sanjay Banga is the Indian coach, the batting coach. Just, teaching the young boys how to play. How to run between the wickets, make sure you get in line of the stumps so the thrower doesn't have a clear view of the stumps. And this is Vas's pitch map to the right-handers and the left-handers as well. Those ones just wide of off stump to the left-handers, but look at that line. When he wasn't swinging it, he was tight on that leg stump. When he was swinging it, he was bringing it back outside off stump there. And those balls just outside off stump were coming back into the right-hander. Just like that one there. Brilliant bowling from Vas. Crafty character, crafty bowler.
And should have had all 3 of the big guns. So I dropped it. Say it first slip, but it was a running catch. And he's picked up Sachin Tendulkar off the edge of the bat through to Kalu, and then Yuvraj. Kalu as well. Another very good over from Chaminda Vas. 5 gone, it's 21 for 3.
Maharoof into the attack. Very good bowler throughout his time. 94 wickets at a strike rate of 19. Very good economy rate as well. That is a very good shot from Cape. Didn't get it as well as he'd like, and it's not going to quite make it to the boundary. But as Maharoof comes into the attack for the first time tonight, Charu Sharma comes in for the first time on the commentary box in the second innings.
That's a pretty good equation. You're right. Thank you, Hoggy. But the Indian legends couldn't be in more trouble. I mean, I don't know, wherever you're watching it at home, I can assure you that in the stadium here, with the departure of Sachin, Sehwag and Yuvraj, you can hear a pin drop. Such has been the high level of disappointment, understandably so. The top 3 of the Indian legends side back in the pavilion not having done much at all. You can say the Sri Lankans have bowled extremely well, but the crowd here, and it's a big crowd in at the DY Patil Stadium, extremely disappointed. You can understand why. Yet, maybe hope for India.
Sanjay Banga very keen to rotate the strike.
The way things are going right now, I wouldn't blame anyone for wanting to get to the non-striker's end. Such has been the stranglehold of the Sri Lankans on this innings. And not only have the Indians lost 3 wickets, but they haven't got any runs. The Sri Lankans also started slowly, but they had a near 50-run stand, although it was a run a ball. Maru on the spot.
It's disappointing that the big three didn't perform tonight. Everyone will be disappointed, but gee, they've carried India for so long. They've just been so good. Sehwag, Tendulkar. Sehwag's probably one of the most exciting batsmen that's ever entered the world game.
Well, I'd say that for all three. Sachin no less, and of course Yuvraj, a true match winner. The Usha Army can afford to smile. Good to see that, the Usha fan army. They've done very well to enter the competition, get selected, get tickets here. And I'm sure they're delighted to be here, disappointed as they may be because of the departure of the big three. But it's good to see a bit of spirit still there, and maybe that can be infused in the rest of the people around them, because the Indians could use a little bit of a lift.
Well, those three players, one word to sum them up: Tendulkar grace, Sehwag aggression, and Yuvraj flair. But there was none of that tonight. India 24 for 3.
Yeah, good to see some personalities here at the DY Patil as well, watching the cricket, enjoying it. Rangana Herath from the opposite end. Very wily customer. Half shout from Ramesh has to begin that first over by Herath. And in contrast to the Indians, Huggy, the Sri Lankans have brought on a spinner a lot quicker, because the Indians only had Oja bowl 1 over, and that was after 13 medium pace overs.
I think Herath will be a very difficult customer on this wicket. You could see Bunga trying to go through the offside, play for the turn, but Herath on this wicket won't get turn. It will be more skid through. He has a low arm action, so it's going to be difficult for him to capitalise on Herath.
And it's going to be difficult for these guys as well. Dige will have a lot of work to do. And then Irfan and, I don't know about Goni in terms of trying to get India across the line. You said Herath will be a difficult customer on this pitch, and through his career, Herath has proved that he was a difficult customer any pitch, any time.
Just look at that. Herath knows that he's not going to get any turn, knows that the batsmen are more likely to score on the leg side to him with that inside edge than the offside. And he's looking to get across to cover that quick single that KF was looking for. Great awareness from the experienced Herath.
Well, amidst all the carnage, KF moves to 20. Not that quick so far, but there is a bit of time. Power play, India very poorly served. Let's just remind you about what's happened so far. The top three of the Indian order, Sachin, Sehwag and Yuvraj, 0-3-1. Who would have imagined? And especially when they had a fairly low total to chase, there was no real rush, as it were, trying to get to 139. But the Sri Lankans bowled very cleverly, and there has been extra bounce on the pitch. We've seen lots of top edges so far, even in the Sri Lankan innings.
Exactly right, Charu, but they've brought backward square leg, or backward the 45 to a mid-wicket now. They're trying to get Banga to sweep rather than play a shot like that, and it just looks as though Banga hasn't been in the nets that long. Not quite comfortable to go for the sweep shot, just favouring the offside, and that's what happens when you haven't played the game for a while. You just don't back your instincts and don't back that sweep shot that he's very good at during his career.
Well, he's been bossing it over in the nets, hasn't quite been, let's say he's been on the wrong side of the nets, the boss side of the nets. But Dilshan, pretty upset with something or the other, getting a little short with his teammates. Perhaps why take the shy was the look that he gave when you know he's going to be safe. But the Sri Lankans have done very well so far. And who is this now? Is it...
It's Kaif.
Ahmed Kaif. Oh no. The wicket so far. The first to go, Sachin Tendulkar, trying to scoop top edge, shoulder, keeper, and then of course the run out. Quite brilliant to pull Chandana. Well, the strength he got on that throw, and Sehwag was actually decelerating, and Yuvraj, oh, a top edge going for his favourite slog sweep as it were on the leg side. So far, Sri Lankan legends sent in by Sachin Tendulkar. Nobody really went off to a big score. Kapil Gedra did try and push it a bit towards the end. They got only 138, but in the middle of all that, Munaf Patel, the tournament's best ever bowling analysis, 4 for 19 in his 4 overs. Goni bowled well as well, didn't give too much away. In the India legends, well, they're suffering. 3 wickets down, not too many runs on the board. Power play is over. Kaif, of course, loves the running situation, but he seems to be a little hors de combat right now. Hope he's going to be okay. Fast 2 for 5, wily old customer. Well, the Indian pacers did really well. Let's look at the length comparison power plays. India a lot fuller. Sri Lanka for the moment looks a lot shorter.
Just variance in pace too from Sri Lanka. It's a different game plan. A lot fuller to Sehwag and Tendulkar. They got those wickets, and then they were a bit shorter to the likes of Kaif, Yuvraj Singh and Banga. Those 3 particular players not as convincing on the back foot.
I don't know if you agree, Hoggy, or not, but the Indian bowlers also resorted to the short ball pretty often, and just be enjoying the bounce on the pitch. And the Sri Lankans certainly were discomforted a bit. The Indians in deep trouble because of that. We hope Kaif is okay, because for the moment he is the mainstay.
Well, you're saying that Dilshan was a little bit upset with the fielders for shying out the stumps, but what that did is put pressure on Kaif and made him reach to get in safely rather than just comfortably run home. And what that's done is put a little pressure on his hamstring, and hopefully he's right to continue this innings. Hopefully it hasn't put him on the back foot too much.
Well, it just goes on to show how competitive these guys are. Dilshan completely in the match. He's done pretty well with the bat and ball in that first match they played. So 7 gone. Kaif hopefully is okay. 28-3. Boss 2 for 5, brilliant in his 3 overs. We have a change from the pavilion end, and first ball. Marnus says, your ball is slightly short, I'm going to pull you. With a handsome boundary. Chandana hasn't done much with the bat so far in both the innings he's played, but he effected a brilliant run out earlier and has been rewarded with an over here. Not such a good opening delivery.
Just slightly short, but a very convincing shot from Bunga.
Ooh. Well, there's a short third, so I'm not so sure there would have been too much reward for that turn to third man. Much better. That boundary of the last couple of balls, 2 balls ago, was what, the first in almost 4 overs. So it's been very difficult going for the Indians. And a quick look at the run rate, as we once again remind you of the number of people here at the DY Patil Stadium. Only 4.4 for India, requiring 8.5 already. 2 here? No, I think with that little bit of a niggle that Kev picked up, he's quite happy to walk the single.
He's put his body on the line tonight. He's got a slight hamstring, but he also looked as though he'd done a little bit of damage to the left arm as well in the fielding attempt where he dived for a catch.
This time 2? No. Well, these were all 2s about 10 minutes ago.
I saw Sachin Tendulkar come out of the change rooms, and I don't know whether he was trying to signal to Cape, just be careful, trying to get him in, because it will be very vital for the rest of the tournament.
Well, with his fielding and catching for sure, if not for his batting. Just that boundary of the first ball. 9 from the over by Chandana. It's 37 for 3 after 8. Over extra cover, in the gap. Very sweetly done. Yeah, well, break between the overs. He got a little bit of instruction in the guise of maybe changing a bat, and I think it's proved. It certainly had a bit of fruit right here as Kev just pushed a little more aggressively.
It's all timing. Just shows that you don't have to find the boundary by over-hitting the ball. It's just placement.
Check the shot this time, and he's kicking himself, Mohammed Kev, for not getting some runs there. Was overpitched. There does seem to be evidence of a little bit of wetness on the field. The bowlers are quite happy to keep wiping the ball. Well, Kev is not only in trouble with the leg, because he found that tended to earlier, but when he was fielding, a brilliant effort from deep square. This is it. Watch the left hand. Extend when he lands. Oh, looks terrible. Well, I'm glad he survived, but maybe Sachin came out of the dressing room, as you mentioned, Hoggy, to just let Kev know, we need you, take it easy. But what a brilliant effort that was, and thanks to our production team for bringing that shot back, just to indicate how potentially dangerous that dive was. Bonga jumps out for just a single.
But that's why he was so important and so vital for India while he was playing, because he was so dynamite on the field. He's quick, he put his body on the line, he was prepared to take those half chances and try and turn them into a full-blooded chance. Those type of fielders you need.
Kev was never a slugger, and unfortunately it's a T20 game. The Indians have plenty of runs to score at 8.6 for now, so he will need boundaries for the India legend. Short fine, cannot prevent a single, may even want two. No, like I said, they're just a little shy on quick runs right now. So 9 overs gone, the Indians continue to suffer in terms of runs, 44 for 3. And umpire Simon Torp quite happy to indicate a colours Cineplex timeout.